They know these streets.
See, I've been doing this for so long, almost every spot that I drive through, I can pretty much remember somebody being popped in that area.
What would you say is the most dangerous street in Louisville?
Right now, 22nd Street.
Driving through neighborhoods,
I do my rounds in the daytime a lot.
it seems quiet now.
This particular area right here is one of the more active areas. Individuals who represent this area over here. This is a Southwick area. So most of the cats who stay up all night, they're sleeping right now. Sleeping during this time of day, you know, they come out about 6 o'clock.
Dr. Eddie Woods, known as Doc to many, is with No More Red Dots, a group focused on stopping gun violence.
This is one of the little areas that we pay attention to right here at this particular corner. Yeah, Dino's.
Dots on these maps mark each homicide and shooting in the most violent year in Louisville's history.
Ruin was hot as a firecracker between this block and 26th Street. We had four shootings, three deaths, 6 overdoses on that one block.
Woods led us through neighborhoods where gang activity is rampant.
Bottom line is we gotta police ourselves, we gotta take care of ourselves. These 4 corners blazing at one point.
Cecil in Greenwood, home to the CNG gang.
Young people do what they call sliding. Sliding is riding through neighborhoods looking for individuals that, they got specific neighborhoods, but looking for individuals that they consider to be their opponent or ops, okay? So the whole process is called going on a drill. And so when they go on these drills, they're looking for somebody to shoot.
Woods saying there are 19 identified gangs in Louisville. A lot of them are neighborhood groups that are affiliated with each other.
We have to count them all. We can't just go by what are nationally known groups, Crips, Bloods, and like that. You know, we pretty much know them by neighborhoods. And really, that's not as much of our focus as just stopping the homicides and the shootings.
You've been doing this for decades.
Right.
What have you seen? What's the change in Louisville? Why is the violence worse now than before?
It's got more to do with social media and availability of weapons.
Social media wars that lead to violence in the streets.
Somebody get on social media, record something talking about one neighborhood, but then you got somebody that's around them that will take and send it to the people that they talking about, and it's going back and forth, instigating.
22nd Street is very, very busy right now. You know, different folks got issues with each other, and so one of the things that we have to contend with is we really don't care a whole lot about the issues, you know. But why don't you fight instead of shoot? You know, that's kind of how we view it. You know, some of the issues have to do with gang activity, have to do with drug activity, have to do with individual and personal beef.
And Woods says that's a dangerous combination with so many guns on the streets.
We're not even talking about 22s and things like that. We're talking about real guns. We're talking about big guns. You know, folks are able to get guns that will be in the military. You know, stuff with a half-mile scope on it. They don't even have to be standing in your face to do something to you. You know the police is here.
The No More Red Dots team coming up with strategies to try and get people to put the guns down. The organization saying it's getting about $400,000 to help with the Cure Violence initiative in the Portland neighborhood to address shootings and homicides. Wood says the people who live here often prefer to talk to his organization instead of police.
What they do is let us know when somebody's doing too much, when an individual needs somebody to talk to because he's like doing too much, you know. So we'll set up an opportunity to talk with them.
The Cure Violence strategy places people who have been incarcerated as interrupters to do direct outreach, boots on the ground in the city's most dangerous communities. It's had controversial results in the past with partners charged with more crimes. But the city is putting more money in public safety than ever before.
Normally, we will find out what a problem is and basically try to come in between of it with some kind of truce, sit down, to resolve it. Like a private meeting, it was never nothing broadcast.
How open are people to talking to you about those kind of things?
They're very open because, like I said, we come from the streets.
Metro Council just allocated $15 million to the Office of Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods for crime reduction programs, tackling addiction, trauma, and violence intervention. Rontel Shepard says he's able to connect with others because he's a victim of gun violence himself.
All I can say about that, so it was just a little misunderstanding.
Where were you shot?
In my back.
The former high school football player lived in the Shepherd Square housing project and met Woods when he was around 12 years old, and it changed his life.
What do you think needs to happen for this violence to stop in this community?
I believe it's going to take us and a lot of the parents, because I believe a lot of the parents pretty much know what's going on with their kids.
And the team hopes to teach kids about opportunities that have nothing to do with gangs or violence.
What we do is try to get the person who's out there on the streets doing street stuff to be involved in either a mentorship program with one of our team members, and or to be involved in some of the programs that we got that can pay them actually some money.
I know we ain't gonna stop the shooting, but we can try to stop as much of it as we can.
Valerie Chen, WDRB News.